So we're playing Dragon Quest VII today, and the last time I played this was a year and a half ago when it launched for the 3DS. And if you go back and watch the VOD, I had my garbage 3DS overlay. It looks so ugly. I might do an HD remaster of those overlays, capture the game part of the video and port it into what this looks like right now. I think that should be feasible. It looks so bad. That's loud as hell. Hold on. That's a 10% volume, it's that loud. It's now at 5% volume, and that's how loud it is. Oh, thanks, Buckin. I think I sent that 4 months ago. Appreciate it. It's a nice little tab to catch you up if you haven't played for a while. Nice. Continue your adventure. Valley Malloy. If I recall correctly, the shtick with this game, this is the time travel Dragon Quest, right? We went back in time. I'll get used to it and remember what's going on again. This first couple hours, I think, had no combat, and then we went back in time and fought some slimes. And you say there's somewhere I can go to catch myself up on what's happening right now? Is that right? Recent developments. Deep in the mines, our heroes find a brand new tablet fragment. That's right, we gotta go all around the world and collect these tablets. Upon emerging into the open air, they realize it's been a while since they set sail. The meeting in the castle must be over by now. We did do the time travel part, I remember that. Story so far. Let me just kind of catch myself up a little bit here. The main character is like a fisherman's son. It's the main character in Kiefer, I think. Right? Girl in town found out about our secrets. We had a little harvest day. It was originally PS1. Hands over the sandwich, told you ready the ship to set sail. I actually didn't know that it was time travel related when we played it, despite the title. It surprised me when we first went back in time. Got a royal summons. King wanted to talk to me. Leave the village right away and head north to the castle. Arrived at the throne room with Kiefer not there. King Donald was angry. The prince ran off with a precious ring belonging to his mother. Oh, Kiefer's not my childhood friend, is he? Isn't he the prince? Shrine of Awakenings in an area that's supposedly off limits. You can see the original game console and release here, and the live split timer followed the year and game console I'm currently playing it on. So it came out in 2000 originally, and the remake came out in the US in 2016, and it came out in Japan in 2013. There was a big campaign to get it released every year. Used a book to find the secrets of a shrine. The prince is my friend? Okay, and I've always known that he was the prince, right? Okay, I don't need to go all the way forward. We found these fragments. This is the one we just read. Okay. Go outside and get used to the game mechanics again. I believe, if I recall, they made it so that the world map has enemies spawn on it instead of being random battles, which is great. Make it easier for grinding and the like. Started one as the in-progress quest. Yeah, Dragon Quest VIII was PS2. I don't think there's random battles inside dungeons either. I think you get to see the enemies. And this is infamous for being... Is it longer than Dragon Quest VIII? Just in the main story? Just it has a lot of content, right? Yo. It's Tau. I've seen a piece of stone tablet or a rainbow rock. 50 to 75% longer than Dragon Quest VIII. Wow, so this is the longest one in High Spirit's like full Dragon Quest series playthrough. Maybe the PS1 version's like 100 hours, right? The 3DS version tones it down a little bit. I remember the opening sequence was quite a bit toned down from what the original was, apparently. People were talking about that. Alright, so we did this quest. Alright, that's how it works. We may have already been in this dungeon and totally cleared it out, but I just want to make 100% sure as we get back used to the game we're playing. It'll get me a handle on the controls. Nope, already screwed up. Reset puzzle option would be nice. You don't actually have to grind in this one? Is it just because it's so long? PS1's 120 hours on average. Wow. That's a pretty big reduction in time, right? I think we want to... I think that red block up there is a trap. We don't want to blow that one up. Hey, I can use the D-pad instead of the analog stick, thank God. Generally prefer that whenever I'm given that option. Cool, and then this one, there we go. Nice. Do you want to pop the yellow one first? It's hard to say. So we can't pop the blue one. Guess I can just ignore everything else and just pop these two at the top. I think I might have an exit dungeon spell as well, but I'll have to double check. This game eventually has a job system, doesn't it? I don't remember if I finished unlocking that when I was playing it before. Just curious. Fisherman's son, Mayor's daughter, Prince of Estard. Yeah, I don't think we've unlocked it yet. I actually didn't know that the job system was so popular in Dragon Quest in general. Grinded one time. I'm a long way away from the job system. Really interesting. I remember this puzzle, so I'm pretty sure we've already been in here, but I guess I can always load my save if we get to the bottom and there's nothing in here, right? House flaps. Can I take Kiefer off Show No Mercy and put him on Follow Orders? Tactics. Follow orders, please. Thank you. Gotcha. It's actually pretty easy to do. $15, 20 hours in. Right on. Gotcha. Maribel's the only one that has a multi-target attack, I think. Now, is this game set up where even if you don't have a multi-target attack, if there's a group of enemies, you have a chance to hit one of the three of them? A bit faster in this one. Gotcha. So we might get it... This game is owed 2 bonus streams, so we might get it at the end of the next one. Since that's a total of 8 hours. Combat feels pretty quick in this one, so it not being a disc system game has a lot to do with that. Now, the soundtrack to this is like orchestrated like Dragon Quest VIII, right? The original soundtrack on the PS1 was more chiptune-y. I finally heard the original Dragon Quest VIII soundtrack and was really surprised by it. Yeah, 8's combat is really slow. Just like the animations are really long, the time it takes for combat to begin and to get out of it takes a long time. I played Suikoden 1 and 2 when I was a kid, back when they came out, and I remember basically nothing from them now. I remember Luca Blight. That's about it. And I remember carrying over my save file from Suikoden 1 to 2, and what was the problem? Like, technically you could recruit the main character from Suikoden 1, but it got screwed up, and it only carried over the first letter of whatever name you gave for that character, and then the rest of it was their last name, McDole. So since I named my character Dylan, it came through as Dick Dole. I haven't played anything past Suikoden 1 and 2, just those two. Nice fluid RPG combat. This feels really fluid so far. I mean, there's a lot of battles. Oh, I've screwed that up. I was supposed to have Maribel attack the slimes, so well. Get it next time. I could probably put them all on just attack mode, too. It's not a big deal. I guess I'm not going to load my save if it ends up not being progress to be in here, just because I'm getting these battles and getting more money. If I recall correctly, last time we were playing this, buying upgrades is brutal. Everything costs a ton of gold, and we didn't have enough for any of it. Three songs in the game don't play in the English version because of the bug. Oh, I didn't know that. It's a Meowgician. Are the names all very punny in Japanese as well? I've kind of gotten the sense that Dragon Quest doesn't take itself terribly seriously, until it does. That's the way they orient the cost of things, I feel like. Okay, so I get to pick one way that I want to go. What may have happened is I may have not actually finished this dungeon. I may have gotten up to where enemies first started spawning. Actually, if anyone would be so kind as to do me a quick favor, could someone check the VOD for episode 2 and just see where I was around the very end of it, where I ended up going? Yeah, they're pretty great. They do a really good job of localizing them, too. Localizing puns is like one of the hardest things you can possibly do. Oh, they technically count as two different enemy groups. Interesting. The names are punny in Japanese as well. Let's just try going in every direction here. Let's see what we can find. YouTube guide for Marstead. Try going left next. You could control your party members in the original release of the game, right? The whole follow orders thing isn't new to this one. Getting out of battle is fairly quick, that's nice as well. Capsachums. Yeah, it's a brilliant English localization. Unbelievably clever. Alright, Maribel. The deeps. Capsachum's gotta be like an all-time. Like, as soon as the localization person came up with that. I hope they got high fives all around the office. She has the least single target damage. Does Toriyama still work on Dragon Quest games? Like, is he working on the most recent one? I assume he's just contracted to contribute to them until he dies. This does all the artwork, which is... Yeah, one of the enemies on the map disappeared after that. Well, we know it's not down, left, or right, so I went in the right order. Correct order. I think it's always just concept art, right? I doubt he designs, like, the character models or anything like that. Alright, last one. It may have. Let me double check it. Yeah, it says we found deep in the mines, we found a new one. Meeting in the castle must be over by now. It might be where they want to be sending us. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to warp out of here and then go to the castle, but I'm getting some XP and money. I can try to upgrade their stuff a little bit. This must have been where I got it, in this northern section up here. That makes sense. Probably right. I don't remember if I have like a warp out of dungeons skill, but I'll take a look here in a second. It shouldn't be too bad to get out of here, though. $36 gold coins. Yeah, I think that's it. So, do I have... Is there a, like, stock item in... Chimera Wing, I think is what I'm thinking of. Go back to Ballymalloy. Oh, but you hit your head on the ceiling. That's right. Shit. Does evac get me out? Okay, well I have access to Zoom. There's not a stock item for evac? Okay. So I wasn't too wasteful there. I'm gonna pop back to the church and stay at the inn, heal everybody. Maybe see if I can buy some new gear. With all that money I just farmed up. This game is still, like, you only can save at temples, right? Also, does High Spirits use the 3DS version of this game for speedruns now, or does he still do the PS1 version? I'm curious if the speedrun community would prefer one that's net shorter. Churches. Sure. I'm guessing there's got to be a quick save. Nintendo requires that to be able to save at will. I guess suspend save. Talk to the priest. Really? It takes longer because of lag, and it crashes if you play for 12 hours. Only in the context of speedrunning that's a problem, I guess? That's crazy. Where's the lag? Where does the lag happen? That's super interesting that, like, the main game is 60% shorter, but for speedrunners it's longer. That's wild. I need to go to Estard after I talk to this dude. No. Oh, I didn't actually want it. Okay, I'm glad I'm not accidentally actually buying it here. There we go. So just wait, have patience. Giant mallet, Wayfarer's clothes, leather armor, shield. Guess I could get... What are the style points all about? Probably asked this in the last stream a year and a half ago. That affect your magic or something? So Wayfarer's clothes are a net upgrade for Maribel. Style isn't important for now. Gotcha. And, that's my other question. Does this game have a crafting system? Do I need to worry about holding on to, like, one of every item, or not really? Let me check out what her Seed of Magic is all about as well, really quick. Increase maximum MP. I think I want to hold on to that until I know what I want to use it for. Good job, past Marstead. Yeah, so the castle they're talking about, it's got to be in Estard, right? So let me try warping there. No crafting, so I can... If something is not an upgrade, I can sell it happily. Fragments in the bag. These are like tablet fragments. Probably move the Seed of Magic there too. They don't need to be in your inventory there, presumably, right? Oh, he had an extra pair of Wayfarer's clothes. Oh well. What you gonna do? It's the castle. Let me through these. Thanks, dude. I forget, was the PS1 version... It wasn't 3D, was it? It was 2D top-down? And they made it look like Dragon Quest VIII in this one? Kind of, sort of? It's got sort of an isometric view. Item shop, what do you got? 2.5D. Now, the reason I would deposit gold in this game is because I could, minimum I can deposit is 1,000. Shit. If you die, you lose your money if it's not deposited. Is that true? World 2D sprites. Gross PS1 3D. You keep all your XP and items and everything else you found, right? I guess I'll deposit the 1,000 and say, hey, it was worth going in the mines there to have enough to be able to deposit. Nothing else. All but one character stay dead. You have to spend money to resurrect them? Earn a moderate rate of interest and provide loans for local small businesses. Right, because when we first started, we were the only island. We got out on the boat. After we're changing things in the past, things are coming back into the present, right? That's right, I remember now. Dermot the Hermit. Let me through, you lummox, or you'll regret it. It's the Akira Toriyama Old Man. The old man who lives up by the cliff, the kind and generous, knowledgeable old man, remember? Yes. Sure. He is, technically. Basically, he's telling the truth. Yes, he's my friend. Much obliged. So this game have significant, like, story or mechanical changes outside of just the upgrade? What you doing down here, bud? What's your plan? There you are, you cantankerous old codger. Should be 6 feet under by now. You serious? You said there's like a... Did I hear right? There's a broken ability for the speedrun that was fixed in this version? Some job mechanics changed. Let's see. Such a humble brag. Feigning ignorance is a social skill I never quite mastered. Don't know much about the island. Do you remember the time travel thing? Although we're calling it transported to another world. Sword dance got nerfed. What did it do in the original? Okay. Hey, I get his blessed raft type. I feel like the character physically moving out of your way is such a, like, old school top-down JRPG thing to do. 4 times for 60% damage and cost no MP. Wow. That's busted. Oh man, this feels like Final Fantasy IV kind of secrets. Aren't you the lucky one? Don't you know it? There's a couple different paths I can take here. They gave it an MP cost. Does that mean it was really good for metal slimes, since it had a chance to hit so many times? It was my time for my daily ladle full of gruel. All these things I wanted to steal, they got me for poxy pots and pans. Game's pretty well localized. I was reading the Wikipedia article and they were saying that, I was trying to figure out, like, why was it released in Japan in 2013 and didn't make it to the US till 2016? They're saying it's because the volume of content is so high that translating it into English would have been a pain. Was the original Dragon Quest VII for PS1? Or did someone have to make, like, a fan hack to play it before this? Did it ever get officially localized? Really? The way the job system worked in the original, you could go the entire game without getting it. That's crazy. That feels like so quintessentially Dragon Quest, though, right? It was released in the US? Okay. Are there any Dragon Quest games that for a long time didn't have a US localization? Breaking people's pots and shit, getting a red fragment. What luck? How many fragments makes a hole? Was it 4? I think I have 4 red ones. Also, is this the bag, the stock, limited in inventory space at all? 5 and 6 took a long time. Let's see. And those were Super Nintendo, I think he said last time. The bag's unlimited, thank God. Okay. Cool, cool. Right, Super Famicom. It's really interesting, like, the popularity of RPGs. I think I just did all that just to get that red fragment. In Japan versus the US at the time, like when you go to Japan and you go looking for these cartridges like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, they're all stupid cheap. They printed so many of them because the demand was so high. Those same games in the US are really expensive nowadays. Some take 3, others take 8 or more. An investment in the future of adventurers everywhere. Thanks, Dermot the Hermit. I think I have enough now. We'll go back to the shrine. So theoretically, I can use evac to get out of here. Maybe, possibly. Nope. I could probably use zoom from outside if I were on the raft. I'll walk out anyway just to see if I bump into anything else. Good luck finding Madden 94 at Super Famicom in Japan. Right. Oh man, it's kind of a bummer. I used to be really excited to go to like retro game stores and malls back in the day, around the time of the PS1, to look for cool Super Nintendo carts and stuff, but like the internet is here, and people have already raided every retro game store in America. So if you go to all of them, they all have the same 7 copies of Super Scope 6. 6 copies of Madden 94, like, nothing good. I might want to save. Just do it. Save's not super far back. Door's still locked. I gotta get used to it. In this game, if you press the D-pad, it counts as like a confirm button. I wonder if the whole game is playable with the left hand. Maybe I use them here. No. Didn't we make it through this door really early on? Okay, that's what I thought. And then I thought we used the fragments in here. We talked to this great Gazoo looking motherfucker. Red pillars. That's cool. I didn't realize they were all unique to each of the pillars you could investigate. It's pretty awesome. It looks like I have no reason to ever have those in my individual character stocks. Whoa! It's 3D. I gotcha. So I have no way of knowing if I have red fragments, if they're going to contribute. Like, how to put this? I could get 10 red fragments, but I'll have them go to different islands and not be able to go to a new island just because I have 10, right? I see. Whoa. What on earth was it? Having a ton of one color doesn't guarantee an island will open. Gotcha. So does this game get pretty non-linear later on, in terms of the order in which you open islands? Seems like right now you get the exact number of fragments you need to progress, but... Try again. Seeing the past and changing it. I imagine you can never be locked out, but I'm just curious if it's... Probably should have saved. We'll be okay. Tung Fu. Okay, that's not too bad. It's manageable. Maybe there'll be segments where I can do like make like 2 or 3 choices. Right. You can decide which one you want to go to first. Choppy Hopper, Shabby Cat. Now, I don't remember if this is actually true, but I think one of my characters might have a power that costs nothing that's just flat better than attacking. I should probably review everyone's skills here. Heal is the main character. That's pretty traditional for the main character to have healing skills, right? In Dragon Quest. Sap. That might be why I had Kiefer on, not on follow orders before, to get him to automatically use his move. I'll check after combat here. Maybe I'll learn Bang. I feel like that's a pretty early skill, right? Is that the one that's multi-target? Magic. I'm gonna be able to see his abilities outside of combat, huh? Flame Slash. That might cost 0. Let's see if I can find a town. Yay for enemies being on the map. I'm really excited about that. Alright. Offensive, Flame Slash costs 0. That appears to be correct. So I should just leave him on Have No Mercy. I think he's just going to automatically try to attack somebody with that, and then I don't have to remember to go select it every time. I feel like that's pretty traditional for Dragon Quest as well. If I remember from Dragon Quest 8, there were a bunch of skills that cost 0 that were just flat better. Tactics? Tactics. Show No Mercy. Yeah, what sucks about it? I just like getting the choice whether I want to fight things or not. Like right now I'm a little concerned about getting to a save point. Well, sure, provided that they don't resist fire, I should always be using it though. Can I adjust party member tactics mid-combat? I guess we'll stay at the end and then we'll save. Oh! Could hear that chaos. I'm guessing I can't really get away with bypassing encounters most of the game either. I'll end up being too low of a level. Right, Dragon Quest is the kind of game where I want to inspect everything. Break all the pots. I can adjust in mid-combat, okay. Doesn't, like, consume a turn or anything crazy. Are there more different Dermot the Hermit? Howdy, I'm gonna come in here and wreck all your shit. Burnt to a bleeding crisp. Because it's Emberdale. Can't open a cupboard from the back. Yeah, they went to the trouble to add that. It's funny. Let me get this saving over with. Oh, I like how the little cross is a cactus on the roof. That's pretty neat. Spitbear. More interested in Father of the Flame than the Almighty. Alternate god. Sure. Yes, please. Tell me a tale about your travels. Marstead 349. Sure have. That slot's gonna run until tomorrow at noon, by the way. Around the time the stream would normally start. I'll update in Discord. I forgot to open it yesterday. Poor old lady. Nothing special. Everyone in this house. But the well is dried up. Medicine and fortune telling by Palmela. She's a fortune teller? Yeah, it'll be the last open auction till after we beat Deus Ex. Ooh, Thorn Whip. This is all stuff we already have. Okay. D-pad Joy-Con. Cool. Bright Revealo. Remind me, why did Dragon Warrior just by tradition end up being written in like British English? For some reason, because it's been that way since Dragon Quest 1, wasn't it? I'd play Quantum Break. I like what we saw of it. Time traveling Littlefinger. It's a hell of a peering into a well. Falls into the well, more like. Emberdale houses are sturdy. Gotcha. But them bust. It's a localization decision, though. What, did the original Japanese, they all speak very formal Japanese throughout the whole game? Nothing special. We're tourists. Tourists. Andrew says tourists. Looks to me like a moron for saying tourist. Preserve the medieval feel of the original. Let's see. Something you want to tell me? Kano's gonna erupt. Uh-huh. Do you guys like sacrifice virgins to her or something? Flaming Festival. We have to stop the volcano from going off so in the future the island's still here. I see. It's champion champion is that? Want to take a gander? Sure. Okay. What a jerk. The Analects of Confucius. No shame in hiding behind one's shield. This is what a shield is for, but do not hide your shame behind your shield. This is not what it is for. The pointy hats. What luck! Pointy hats. It's always like lucky to rob somebody. Alright, since style doesn't matter, let's ignore it. Nothing out back. Sounds profound, but you can make really weird statements that way. There's a lot of... Like, I have a lot of respect for, especially, like, Tibetan Buddhism, but there's a lot of things they say that it's just, like, white is black. Whoa! That's the opposite of the truth. Dang! Dog auto-deep. Some of it is interesting, but you can't get away with just, like, violating logic to automatically be deep. Do not try to cook eggs with it. That is not what a shield is for. I feel like you could. Isn't that, like, the premise of Mongolian barbecue? Cooking on shields? The 3DS version, or Dragon Quest VII in particular, Chaos? Alright, I'm gonna save again. Each island has a separate accent. It's interesting. I didn't realize. They were just kind of random about which characters spoke which way. It's really cool. Hey, Nodovan. I think Mongolian barbecue is neither Mongolian nor barbecue. It's cool, it's tasty, I recommend it. Not real though. Yeah. Well, now we're close to a save point. I can start fighting dudes to get some XP here. You can get eggs at a Mongolian barbecue. I usually don't. I'm the weird person that goes up there and just gives them a giant bowl full of nothing but meat. Recently started adding noodles. Yeah, Andrea gets hers with egg added to it. Gotta get myself some Mongolian barbecue. We don't have any anywhere nearby. The BD's chain in the Midwest is pretty good. Alright. I don't think I need to waste any MP healing yet. She can take a couple more hits. Entry strictly forbidden at all times, except ritual time. I always try to get a ton of tortillas with my Mongolian barbecue. No entry, no exceptions. I'm guessing that was an event flag to have it rumble in there. Hey Scald, how's it going? How's your Thursday/Friday treating you? Gotta get tons of tortillas. It's interesting, like, figuring out how to communicate how serious you are about a request like that. I have this problem with restaurants in general. Like, if Andrea wants to order nachos at Taco Bell, there's many different kinds of nachos, and if you just say nachos, you're gonna engender confusion in the person running the window. So she's always very careful to say, I'd like an order of the regular nachos, just the chips and cheese. We're still trying to theory craft how to ask for plenty of tortillas at a place like BD's. You say, hey, I'd like to get plenty of tortillas, and the waiter's like, yeah, okay, alright, I'll bring you tortillas. Like, no, literally, I want you to, like, get 3 of your tortilla containers and bring me them. Because I'm going to eat all of them, and then you're going to have to make 2 trips. When you go to at least the Mongolian barbecues I've been to let you create your own mixture of sauces from a preset selection that they have. So they'll have like a buffet area that has all kinds of different sauces, and you can mix them together in a cup, and they'll pour it on your meat at the end. It's the Parks and Rec thing. Yeah, so they have like 20 sauces, and you combine them however you like. You add a bunch of seasoning to it, and they pour it on there for you. Yeah, that's right. I remember now. Cat loved that sequence. I want you to bring me all the bacon you have. Wait, just a moment. I think you misheard me. I think you heard me saying, I want a lot of bacon. What I said was, I want all the bacon that you have. Yeah, that's exactly right, Skull. Kat recently watched Parks and Rec and commented on that. That's how we need to order tortillas. I think you heard me saying, I want some tortillas. What I said was, I want 4 containers full of tortillas. So my presumption is that we had an event flag by going to the... Oh yeah, we totally did. Going and scoping it out. I hear that, Leon. Theory crafting precise ways to order. And like figuring out success rates for each one. The whole island's gonna get swallowed up in molten lava. Felt that. They don't believe her, though. Means she's watching over us. Waffle's a sign to start the festival. We should get cracking. I don't know, I feel like you should trust Palmela here. Wait, you're telling me you don't believe in my prophecies after all these years? Yes, I don't believe in your prophecies. No, I do believe in your prophecies. I don't know. I feel like that was a trap yes-no question anyway. It's a Keapora Geabora owl question. Do you not want me to maybe repeat that sentence again, yes or no? Bacon burger's not a bacon cheeseburger, yeah. Go home now. So, like, I get my tacos from Taco Bell without lettuce, and Andrea gets them normal. So, like, thinking about what's the right order to present that information to somebody. You don't want to open with this specialized order of, I want 2 tacos, 2 soft tacos with no lettuce, 2 soft tacos regular style. Uh-oh, it's already over. You've already fucked it up. You're not going to recover from that. Chaos. I like Five Guys. I'm trying to think, what's my favorite? It often gets called the best fast food burger place, but I feel like it's kind of a middle ground between fast food and sit down. What my favorite fast food burger is. In-N-Out's pretty good. I think it's overhyped. Those of us Big Lebowski nerds, like it's good. I enjoy it. It's got a pretty good cost quality density. They're inexpensive and they taste really good given the cost, especially in California. Fast casual. I haven't heard that term before. Keep that in mind. Yeah, like that way of phrasing it, Leon's gonna get you in trouble. Give me 6 tacos, 2 each of pulled pork, chorizo, and chicken. We're not canceling it, that's the end of it. We'll make the Father of Flames even angrier. How are we, a group of 3 level 5 characters, supposed to stop a volcano from erupting? I'm guessing the implication here is that having the festival is what causes it to erupt. Breading and faffing around. Yeah, American cheese I don't like very much. Festival's happening. It's going to be a stupendous, eyebrow-singeing spectacular. Look how happy they are. Jumping for joy. Hopefully it doesn't involve human sacrifice. I currently fear that it does. That's our gaffer. What's the historical meaning of the word gaffer? Like, I thought a gaffer was somebody that taped down wires. But then I read Lord of the Rings and I was like, kind of means like governor, sort of? Mayor? Old person that's respected? That's what they do think, Chaos, yeah. I'm just curious how us as the party we're gonna stop the eruption. Given that we're all like, what, level 8? Dough and Play-Doh. That's a good way to say it, Lidifex. Is American cheese actually cheese? Like, is it processed milk? I sure do. I do. This whole you intend to continue your adventure. Everything with Palmela for spreading fear and panic. Please listen to any of your protestations. Announce to the village the flame vessels will be reported that very evening. Okay, back to the shop. That's what I thought it wanted me to do. Term is thought to be a shortened form of godfather or grandfather. It was actually popularized by Tolkien, right on. How did it come to mean someone that tapes down wires? Foreman. I'm Marstead. Kiefer Prince Kiefer. Oh, I'm sorry, no. Kiefer. Prince Kiefer. Like Bond, James Bond. Kiefer Prince Kiefer. I sure do. I had one too. Or a real vision of the future. Given the effort on the accents, I kind of wish this game had voice acting, but it would be enormous if it did, given the volume of text. See you, Chaos. I have to wait till the festival gets started. It's taking place tonight. Get some kip and prepare for what's coming? Get some kip. Oh yeah, that's, what is it? No such thing as a free stay at the inn trope. I'll probably pop outside and try to get a level up. I haven't fought enemies in a little while. I've never been good at threats. Dead to Arthur Dent. I really need to read the entire... all 5 books in the trilogy? Been a long time. My parents got me into Hitchhiker's Guide when I was a kid. Me too, Leon. It'll be one of my things that we do when we go back to Columbus. Dazzled? It's not good. Soon. Schedule the next D&D stream. Toggle map view. I think you can talk to your party members, that's cool. Oh god, wow. I don't think I want to look at the map view, it's terrifying. Guessing blind doesn't last outside of combat. Figure out which status effects do and don't. Shabby Cat is horrifying. There might be one in Albuquerque. Remember, I'm 40 minutes from civilization in Los Alamos. It's about 40 minutes to get to Santa Fe, and it's 2 hours to get to Albuquerque. So, like, if we go down there, it's got to be for something super special. There's a big opportunity cost in picking the restaurant we want to go to if we go down the hill. Let's see. I like not having to process the flame strike manually, but I also really like being able to direct where Kiefer attacks, so I'm going to need to change my mind on how I do that. I think I need to be able to control Maribel, because I don't think that she'll, when set to AI, go for AoE attacks the way I want her to. Let me see if... I'm guessing that's not a tactics option, but I'll double check. Show no mercy, watch my back. Fight wisely. Yeah. Anyone know what the different tactics do in this game? Don't want to leave. In there. Nice crit. The crit, like the base crit chance in the Dragon Quest series is pretty low, right? I feel like Final Fantasy, it's like 15 or 20% or something. You pretty much have to use crit-focused abilities to get crits. Oops. I'm trying to get the main character to level... Well, does it show me how much XP I need to level up somewhere? I don't think so, does it? I don't know if I'm allowed to learn that. I did get a couple level ups. I guess I'll go either until all the characters are level 10 or until I have 1,000 gold. Then I'll maybe buy some of the upgrades in town that decrease my style but increase my defense. So whenever I'm grinding like this, does anyone have a topic? Movies, TV shows, books, video games, recent announcements? Theories in game design, storytelling, favorite products. Least favorite products. Chickpeas. Is hummus a suitable meal, or should it only be an appetizer? Quickly wipes the sand from their eyes, okay. Is Dazzle just like a accuracy down debuff in this game? Well, I guess while I'm grinding to get my spiel, if you're new to the stream, hey, I'm Marstead. I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made. I believe there's so many awesome games out there that it's no longer possible for one human to beat them all, but we're going to try. Check out the list of games we've played on stream so far at games.marstead.com. There's YouTube playlists for all of them. You can vote for the next game at vote.marstead.com, and I invite you to join the Discord that has all sorts of things. Announcements, schedule updates, go live notifications, and the community running 24/7. Welcome. I already had 30 minutes on Mongolian barbecue. I'll think of something. Give me a minute. I am upgrading the motherboard and CPU in my streaming PC in order to be able to reliably stream at a higher quality. I can stream at a high quality, but it puts my CPU at like 90% usage, and anything else I do on it, even for a split second, makes it shit the bed. But I probably don't actually need to like go and use the N. I can just top everybody off with this spell and use the N once I run out of MP, because he has nothing else to use MP on other than casting heal. I'm gonna be good enough though. I'll do one more round of healing, and then I'll come in and rest at the end, and then we'll go to the next spot. Combat's fast enough at least. So I've never actually like Ship of Theseus to computer before. I've never replaced a motherboard, and I'm hoping everything goes well. I'm a little concerned given... Let's try casting spells here. Just for funsies. A little concerned given how non-cooperative Windows 10 has been with me on the streaming PC. I guess worst case I can try to call Microsoft or something if I happen to get everything set back up and it doesn't work. But has anyone in chat ever made that big of an upgrade to a PC where you've just completely replaced the motherboard and still had it work fine afterward? Use up all her MP on mass murdering everything with bang. That's pretty great. I'll figure out what enemy is most efficient to fight. It's kind of hard to tell when they're on the overworld map. It could be like 5 of these guys. Oh, I'm okay. I see what I'm doing wrong. My bad. I was really puzzled. I'll just do this until she's out of MP, because I want to rest at the end first anyway. That'll give me a bunch of really quick battles. I get maybe 2 more after that. How late in the game do you first start running into... I just noticed that Mirabelle does the Naruto ninja run. How late in the game do you start getting metal slimes? Take a while? I'm trying to remember when you see them in Dragon Quest VIII. Maybe they give you like a piddling metal slime really, really early. It's still too hard to kill if I recall though. Kaboom! So I don't think I know half of the Dragon Quest spell names. Okay, that was my requirement, getting somebody to level 10. Sweet. You didn't really have to grind them in this game? Gotcha. You were mentioning that grinding's not as necessary in this one. I wanted to take a quick break to do it just because I could avoid combat so easily, and I hadn't been doing it for a while. I can try to avoid on-map combats with enemies I've already seen before for a little while. Job levels are independent of actual level. That's interesting. Alright, I'm gonna save before I rest, because resting is what progresses the plot here. No such thing as a free stay at the end. I do, but I'm replacing the motherboard and the CPU and the heatsink. So the old motherboard, CPU, and heatsink I'm just going to leave connected and put in storage. Finish this game bypassing nearly every combat, spending one stream grinding up jobs and destroying everything for the rest of the game. Really? Is that unique to the 3DS version, or is it just the game's not super combat balanced because the jobs are so powerful? I bought a separate heatsink. There's a generic version of the Hyper 212 Evo that was pretty easy to install. It had those nice little plastic locks that pop into the motherboard instead of the screws. My streaming PC, actually, when I first built it, I didn't attach the screws on the 212 Evo correctly. If you don't know what heatsink I'm talking about, if you Google it, just Google Hyper 212 Evo. It's a pretty heavy, like, radiator. Anyway, I didn't screw it in properly, and it was apparently held on to my CPU just through the thermal paste and, like, wishes and dreams for a year before I went to go replace the thermal paste and realized it had never been screwed in. Like, hanging on its side right above the graphics card, oh my god. If it had fallen, that would have been some software, or not safe for work PC Master Race gore. Oh, you can't grind jobs on strong enemies, you won't get job points, so if you grind to a high level early, it's hard. Interesting. I haven't messed around with water cooling yet. Can grind on weak enemies, okay. Ah, I see what you're saying. So if I let my main level get too high, I'm gonna have a bad time later on, is what you're telling me. So I'll loot already. Oh, I know you have some new stuff. That's cool. And I've got the money for it. Really want that leather dress. It's a huge upgrade. See if I can sell some stuff. I can't get to my bank to get money back, to my knowledge. Yes, please. I'm doing, I mean, for my gaming PC, that one's already built. I'd use Windows 10 Pro for the, virtual machine stuff, so I don't have to keep using VMware. This one is going to carry over my existing Windows 7 to Windows 10 license upgrade, which has been super buggy ever since I did. Basically, I have a gaming PC, and then I'm updating the streaming PC so it can better handle OBS on its own. I can just barely afford the thing now with the stuff I just sold. Double check. Short by like 12. What else can I sell? Cypress stick, probably the plain clothes. Oh, I have 3 of those. Yay for no crafting system. I hear the OEMs are kind of bad because they're harder to transfer, right? Windows 10 licenses. The customs most appreciated. Alright, so I need to save up 180 gold for the scale shield, which both Kiefer and Marstead can use, so technically I need 360. I can pop outside and see if it lets me warp to the castle, but somehow I doubt that it will. I read if you connected to your Microsoft account, you shouldn't have to get a new license. You're just upgrading your machine. Needs a sound for navigating menus. Yeah, like, you can navigate the menus by pressing right or left on the D-pad. Hi, this is Dylan. Calls, frustrating. Who answers a robocall and, like, talks in person? Not even real. Have to re-register, it should be fine. Okay, thanks. If you press left or right on the D-pad, it also confirms in the menu. Perfect for the festival. No. Sure am. Nothing to worry about. Uh-huh. Everything's gonna be fine. Nobody needs to panic. Yeah, we already did that. Guess I can go try to talk to Palmela. No inherent limit. I see. Is there anything I need to do before I take it apart, Ludifex? Like, I think it'll still let me sign in, it'll just say that it won't be activated right away. Shouldn't have deposited that money. Oh well. Flaming hats. That's pretty awesome. This game has some really cool setting concepts and set pieces. There we go. Can I get a hat too? Look, this isn't the kind of game to suddenly involve human sacrifice out of nowhere, but... Hey! Character's wearing two hats. So is Maribel, kind of. Let's do it. Okay, got you, Ludifex, thanks. You're good. I just haven't done it at all before, so any advice is appreciated. I'm not gonna hold you to it if something goes wrong. I'm probably gonna do that later tonight, and I'll have the weekend to fix it if something goes wrong. IT client privilege. Give me $1. His face is just on fire, Yahan. There's some townsfolk that aren't participating, it looks like. The music's so cheery, and these people are all about to die forever. Oh, you know, I bet I know how we're gonna stop. I'm like, how are we gonna stop a volcano from erupting? There's probably a monster in there that we have to kill. It's a JRPG, you should expect a boss fight. I want to make sure that I'm not getting into random battles on my way there. Gotcha. Yo! I'm really worried about this. This is just a little distressing. Oh, they're just giving them their hats. That's not so bad. Hey, I just cut in line. I remember I moved to Ohio from Illinois, and we always called like cutting in line, getting ahead when you weren't supposed to. And in Ohio, they call it ditching, which I was really puzzled. I was like, to me, like, to ditch means to abscond, to leave, to exit. So, like, if you ditch the line, that means that you have left the line. Why would a boss be hiding in a scary cave in a volcano? I've heard it called butting, like butting in line. Guess I can kind of see that, because you're butting in. But I've never heard that at all. We don't take queuing terribly seriously in the States anyway. It's a huge problem. Every time I go to a grocery store and there's like, you know, 10 different checkouts and everybody's in a different checkout line, it's like, this would be so much more efficient if we all just lined up in one place, and then when somebody was open, you would go to the open person. I avoid the checkout lanes. I self-checkout all day. Introvert's dream. We're returning the fire that's been protecting us all year to the Father of the Flame, who gives it to us in the first place. But thou must. Yeah, I agree, Six Gun. Somebody told me don't ditch, and I'm like, I just shook my head and blinked and was like, what? I'm not going anywhere. There's a branch of mathematics called queuing theory. Oh, that's cool. Is there a mathematically correct way to queue for different things? I imagine so. It doesn't seem too difficult to solve. That makes sense. It's similar to like first in, first out, first in, last out. A little worried about Palmela having her stand there. Hope she's not up to no good. Something strange going on inside the volcano. What?
Oh my god. Oh my god! Although actually it was sort of obvious.
Oh, really? I didn't know that, Six Gun. So having everyone line up in one place and then each person goes to the first available open spot is actually less efficient than the American model? That's crazy. What's the bottleneck? Why would it slow down? I'm trying to think how that could possibly be. They posited. Alright, dungeon time. We still have those stairs. I There's mouse flaps in the volcano. The battle environment looks cool in here. My party order changed, it's weird. Open the menu and choose stairs, I know, right? They make some concessions to sanity. I wonder why they even did that back in the day, like there was no reason for it. Actually required more work to have an option. Hey, bubble slimes. How often do we get new slimes? Like, does every generation try to add a kind of new variation? Slimes, bubble slimes, metal slimes, king slimes. Different variations of those things. Liquid slimes. I think of this liquid metal, I think it's different, right? It's basically a metal bubble slime. So I'm going the wrong way because I'm going the way that's progress. Back up here. Way to clue me in. Dragon Quest Monsters added a bunch of types. There's a Death Star slime, really? That's funny. Would have been a decent one to try to use bang on, but if I know my Dragon Quest boss fights, I'm probably gonna have to use all my resources in the boss. Ooh, Maribel has heal now, that's exciting. She has way more MP than the protagonist. That's not so bad. Can you tell us about the Mythbusters thing about queuing Six Gun Ninja? Like, what was the, what was their analysis? Where's the bottleneck in, the style where everybody waits in one space and then goes immediately to the first open register? Dragon Quest magic is unsatisfying. How do you mean, Spiky? People are good about picking lines. Oh. Isn't the most efficient way to load a plane the Southwest model? Just let everybody get on and sit down. Don't try to break it up into boarding groups and shit. I forget the reason for that. Heard it before. Because the theory is that, like, you might want to try to board the back of the plane first so that there's nobody in the aisle blocking people trying to get further back. Alternating side zipper. Oh yeah, the early magic is spending MP to maybe do slightly more damage in your melee. I guess the problem is how hard it is to recover MP in Dragon Quest. Like, in something like Final Fantasy, they tend to give your mages so much MP that if they're just spending it on every turn, by the next time you get to a point where you can recover it, you won't run out. I could very easily run out of MP with Maribel. That's the alternating side zipper that Leon's talking about. Can't get it to work in a way people will accept. "75% of the way through the game, you have some okay encounter clearing spells, and a non-awful raise." Oh yeah, I forgot all about the raise. 50% chance of resurrecting. It's the worst possible spell to have a 50% chance of success on. Everybody's dazzled. Hallucinating. Okay, I think I need to use magic to finish this guy off. Even more sand in their eyes. I'll try one more time without magic. It's like one hit away from dying. Alright, I see how it is. Oh shit, forgot that. Oh well, I didn't have to use an EMP. Works. Most spells and abilities are dependent on class. Seems like one of the better Dragon Quest games mechanically then, right? Doesn't demand grinding, it has an interesting job system. Magic seems a little bit better. I wonder why they went this direction in this one and then pulled back from it. Carry over all the skills they learn, so like you keep skills. Hey, thanks, Kilpara Guitar. Appreciate it.
You're super awesome.
Thank you. It's a good enough time to... Well, I did it fairly recently. Welcome to the stream. I'm Marstead, trying to beat every awesome game ever made. Check out the list of games we've played so far at games.marstead.com, and you can vote for the next game at vote.marstead.com. Welcome. So only increase shot levels in an area provided your character level is under a certain level. And 9 was before this one. Oh, so are you talking specifically about the 3DS version? Works a little bit differently? I should top people off on health here. I really gotta kill these shabby cats, like ASAP. Getting that accuracy down, sand in my eyes, is not good. I need to take Kiefer out of Show No Mercy here. Mirabelle might be able to finish him off, let's see. Heal. May as well be the main character, he has nothing else to use magic on. I don't want to use all of his magic though, in case I need it for the boss fight. Level caps for each area, jobs level cap. So you want to keep your main level, your non-job level as low as possible for the whole game. Is that true? Sometimes the enemies on the map is almost the same as a random battle, depending on where they spawn or whether they come at me or not. Let me change tactics here. Follow orders, please. Oh, that's right. The order is different now. I could see that being the case, yeah. Could end pretty badly. Especially, I mean, like me, I was assuming I should grind as much as possible. Since that's what I'm used to with Dragon Quest games. It's definitely true in Dragon Quest VIII. You cannot overgrind in that game. What's the fleeing chance in this game? Right, I can't control which of the three he hits. Based on the speed stat of the entire party? Maribel's speed's really good. She tends to go first a lot of the time. I'll give it a try. I just don't want to get too high of a level here. He blocks the way. So I have to think about, like, the loss in time if I fail to flee versus just going ahead and attacking. Nice crit. I meant for allies. Good choice, good choice. Basically selected their targets optimally there. You don't want to fight me. Trust me on that one, buddy. One-shotting your kind for days now. This is the one that's a circle. Okay, I'm gonna go up here. I don't think you can select flee with individual characters, can you? Seems like flee is an option in the very first menu. Oh. So what's the difference between selecting flee on the opening menu and selecting with Maribel? Yeah, I guess I can try it. Party flee. Only connecting with the main character triggers a combat. That's good to know. Gotcha. Guessing the speedrun of this game would try to get to jobs at the lowest possible level there and just basically flee from every combat up to that point. Is that true? Can I change the party order? The lineup. Okay. Sure. There we go. She does fine. I haven't fought this enemy before. I'll give him a try here. Quillers. Oh, look how happy they are! I feel bad about murdering all these cute Dragon Quest animals. Aww. Look how happy he is! He's adorable. Ouch. Jerk. Some people's kids, man. grass. I got a first strike? Oh, they got a first strike. Does anyone know what order I'd want to use if I want them to just smash attack, basically? Party flee. Get out of dodge. No skills? I didn't think they had one called that. Don't use magic. Main character still has to choose, though. Does party lineup determine the order in which characters get hit? Or not really? Seed of Resilience. I'm gonna start using those seeds eventually. I don't think it's right to use them now, though. That's where I just came from. This is a dead end that has a chest worth it. Ah, gotcha. Medicinal herb. I wonder if there's a limit to the number of enemies that can be on the screen at the same time. I feel like I had a better chance running away from enemies earlier when I had another one chasing me, but these corridors are so small, it's very hard to avoid them. There we go. Start practicing a little bit better. Get out of dodge. Party blocks the way. It's a pretty cool attack animation. Alright, well, that was a waste. Does that mean you have a net higher encounter rate in the dungeons because of that? I feel like you would. Speedrun strats. Although it's hard to tell if you'd want to flee in here, the chance of you failing to flee is fairly high. Really? That's pretty high then. Creatively evading encounters. The FF7 run is all about RNG manipulation to get the right encounters, I think, right? Cool. If I'm gonna do this, I may as well set Kiefer on Show No Mercy. I just don't want Maribel using her MP for no reason here. If I've got unlimited inventory space, I want to hold on to those though. Especially since I'm not too worried about the boss fight. Yeah. Since the bag's unlimited, I want to hold on to my herbs. Then I can top myself off with herbs in a later dungeon if I'm super low on health and don't want to use any of my MP. Not too bad at the moment, though. Gross. We definitely need to turn off Show No Mercy. I assume the boss of this place is resistant or immune to fire damage. Shabby cats. Go. Where does this go? It's not Earthbound rules, right? If I move off screen, they don't disappear. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, we gotta kill the shabby cats. I can't risk fleeing and then getting blinded for the rest of the encounter. That would be bad news bears. Good choice, Kiefer. Well done. I gotta get a new weapon for the main character. I'm gonna have so much money when I get out of here, it's gonna be great. Let's see how much I'm sitting on right now. It'll be enough to get the shields that I need. Divine Dagger, what luck. Let's see. Maribel took it. It's a downgrade for her, but it is an upgrade for Marstead. Yes, please. It's funny that her whip does so much damage. Like, it's higher single target damage, and it hits everybody. Getting hit from behind on the battlefield doesn't affect the combat, right? It doesn't matter. Not like Persona. Oh, I just got turned around. There's a way for me to find out. Oh, it does matter? So if you sneak up behind them... Oh no, I can't look at the map bigger, can I? I super got turned around. That's cool. I think this is right. That's a nice change then. Does it just affect the chance, or like if you get an enemy from behind, you're guaranteed to surprise them? 100%. Okay, phew! I almost backtracked a lot for no reason. Got dungeon lost. Phew. Greatly increases the chances it's not 100%. Gotcha. Thank you. Ow. Ugh. That sucks really bad. At least it doesn't do any damage on its own. And is getting more sand in my eyes? I assume that makes it so it takes longer for the blind to wear off. It doesn't make me, like, extra blind. Does this game have, the ability to use weapons endlessly for an added effect? That was in Dragon Quest VIII, wasn't it? I remember not realizing that until really late in the game. Like, sometimes you could use a staff and it would cast a spell for free, right? I was wondering if the Divine Dagger does something like that. Oh, I should have focused down that guy first, yikes. Resist it? Good job, Kiefer. Keep it up, proud of you. That is true in most DQ games. Is there a way to know, like, if you examine the item, if it does something like that? Yeah, I do like that. It was also in Final Fantasy, right? For the longest time, I didn't know this, but in Final Fantasy IV, you can totally use rods to cast spells. I think they got rid of it after Final Fantasy VI. It may have been in 6 as well. Doesn't appear to have special effects. So if I examine it, it says doesn't appear to have special effects, then I'm fine. Presumably. Examines the area around her feet. That's... oh no, okay. Well, I don't have to actually worry about doing that. It's a lot of mouse flaps. Yeah, it makes finding items really exciting a lot of the time, especially if it's repeated use. I think there may have been a Final Fantasy where you could use weapons like that, but there was a chance of them breaking when you did that. Or they were guaranteed to break, even. It's a bad Kiefer. Attack the one that hasn't attacked yet. Hey, Kiefer's level 11. And Tactics says it with the samurai abilities. Whoa! Actually, forget who was in the back of the line. It's kind of a cute... I should have explored more before I dropped down. There might have been a chest up there. Shit. Totally must have been a chest. Oh, it's a bummer. It's a big old bummer. I got confused at where I was at first. Good. You attacked. I need to get my Earthbound skill back, where if you massively outlevel an enemy, it just dies instantly and gives you the XP. What's in another game that's done that? I don't think anybody has. 110 gold coins is actually pretty good. Oh, it's just a full heal in the middle of the dungeon? That's cute. Wonder if there's gonna be a boss fight soon. The Earthbound thing, where if you encounter an enemy that you're way stronger than, they just die and it gives you the XP. It seemed like such a groundbreaking, revolutionary idea, and then nobody does it. I guess turning off encounters in Bravely Default is the next level after that. Paper Mario badge. Good for Paper Mario. Don't do that, dude. Oh no. To fight this boss with full resources, somebody land a hit. Somebody land a hit. Good job. Go team. Oh shit. About to get back attack. Yep. Fun, goofy Dragon Quest monsters. Go ahead and turn off their current tactics. Follow orders. Follow orders. Okay. Organize Minus bag. It's from my type. Yes. And I'll go ahead and distribute them after this. This Kiefer looks so evil in his portrait. Just want to look at these settings real fast. Vital messages, sound volume, backgrounds. I'm not going to use the 3D at all. I don't know what the difference is. Serves in the field camera. I guess we'll find out in a second. Bag, curb, transfer, Mirabelle. Ooh, that's actually kind of slow. I'll give everybody 2. At least it has cursor memory here. Try to give them all an antidote too. In your hoverboard thing, you get like halfway through the game. Oh, that's cute. Just auto kills weak enemies while you're on it. That should be fine. Alrighty. There's an evil Moa-head lava boss. That's good. You won't miss enemies you haven't fought before. He's collecting hats. It's like the mystic alderman of the sun from Futurama. I love how he needs these flaming hats. Like, he can't just, like, dip the ball in the lava next to him. Hey, dude. There was actually an evil boss all the way downstairs?
Oh my god! Although actually it was sort of obvious.
Glowering Inferno. Probably should have moved her in the order of the team. It's okay. I think he just has heal, right? I guess buff as well. Repel encounters is nice. I feel like I want repel on so often in a Pokemon game that they may as well just invert it. By default, you don't get into encounters, and you have to use like a spray to make it happen. Saving its strength tells me I should probably defend. That wasn't so bad. Okay, it's got its lowest possible defense value. Go ahead and cast buff on her, I guess. Assuming it stacks. Does guard just cut incoming damage in half, basically? Ouch. That wasn't too bad, actually. Too bad I don't know who he's targeting. You have to have one person defend. It's a good choice. Does sap and buff, do they eventually wear off? Nice crits. Very nice. 120 XP. Pretty good. She learned Dazzle. And we got a blue fragment. Imagine there being a lot of cool optional islands in this game, in the end game. The boss's death sounds when they're doing. Okie dokie. Tell me there's a warp out of here. Sweet. I know I missed some chests in here, but I'm just live with it. Oh, that's what this path is for. Actually, if all the enemies are gone, I could go check really quick. I think it's too far out of my way. Alright, real quick. Just want to see if I missed a chest. No enemies, so it should just be a bit of a walk. Could be worse. Up. And we're off after about 10 turns. Okay, that's long enough for most combats. Now, what's the ability that removes buffs and debuffs? I remember that being pretty necessary in my first playthrough of Dragon Quest VIII. No, wait. I already got that chest. Guess I could see inside to tell if there's a chest in there that I missed. I suddenly have a feeling that there's probably not one, but I guess I can just evac out if I get there and I see that there's not one. Then we go straight down and then we take the stairs up. Up again instead of going outside. Okie dokie. Don't fall in the hole right away. Check around the perimeter first for chests. Check around the perimeter for chests. Alright, so I didn't miss one, but now I have peace of mind to know that I didn't. Oh, really? Can't use evac in here. Right on. There are 2 chests down here that I already got. Okay. Go get the full heal, I guess, on my way down. Oh, it's gone. I guess that makes sense. There's no more enemies in here, so there's nothing to worry about. Okie dokie. Once I get back to town, I'm gonna take a short break and run to the restroom. See if I can save. It's been a long time since we saved. I guess it's not as big of a deal in Dragon Quest, right? Because you don't lose any progress, just lose money if you die. Bye-bye. Don't fall in there. We are the Mystic Aldermen of the Sun. It's like the opposite of flames. Don't worry, I already beat the boss. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. Okay, yes. We killed a Moa head boss, man. I know. You're in the ocean. Beloved Father of Flame, bathe these children in your cleansing heats. No thanks, that worries me. Be another boss fight. What do you see? Grubby room. Grubby fella. He has a vase, has a bottle with liquid in it. Whatever's in that bottle can put out the black flames. For to find the liquid, we need to find the man who's got it. Get on my skates if I were you. It's an interesting turn of phrase. Particularly slovenly man. I'm gonna try, don't worry. Have I met a slovenly man? Presumably I have. I was hoping that the recent developments would point me directly to him. It's probably someone on a different island. I guess I can use zoom when I get out of here. That's never happened before, so it can't be true. That's how things work. Alright, I bet that that's a specific enough phrase that if I Google particularly slovenly man... Where is the slovenly man? Good job, Google, I love you. Talk to the hero's uncle. From the opening Fishtown area. Let me run back to town really quick and save, and then I'll go warp. Buy some of them shields, please. Give me 2 scale shields, please. Thank you. Would be me. Yes, please. Another one, please. Nope, that's it. Thank you. I guess I can sell my old shields. That's fair. The rates for selling items in this game are atrocious. Nope. Nope. Thanks. And I already got a full heal from the witch lady, so I don't need to do that again. Sorry I'm ruining your day. The priest is all mad that, like, he has to stay here to let me save the game. So he can't go up to the festival. Yeah, it's like... what, like 1/8 of what I paid for it? This is better than 0. Alright, I'm running to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back, thanks. We need to warp, right? To Pilchard Bay is the starting zone, right? Oh, because spell fails. Huh. Is it because I'm where I am in time? Can't warp back to the cave because I have to walk there, and then I'll switch back, and then I can warp, and then I can come back again. Okay. I think I understand. What game are you going for, Chaos? Makes sense. See a Great Kazoo? West of Loathing, nice. The Switch version? It's the Kingdom of Loathing, folks. But it's Western. Does this count as being outside? I think they actually do try to check each zone. Does it count as having a ceiling or not? Getting a lot of really good stuff for the Switch, right? Seems like a great place for indie games. Very exciting. Father's at the castle. He's not my uncle. I love that he doesn't pick up the barrels and throw them, he just punches them to death. This wouldn't be it either. Is he on the boat, maybe? Is that how this game opened? I was out fishing with my uncle. That's not good. Or slash, does anyone know where he is? Oops. In the town by the castle. Okay, thank you. Good looking out. These are the sorts of like old school JRPG puzzles that cause me a lot of stress in a lot of cases. Like, was it Final Fantasy IV with the key you have to drop in the well? 4 is full of them. I think 5 more or less stops it, and then it's all gone by the time 6 comes out. There's houses in the castle town. Okay, thanks. Probably being one by himself, would be my guess. Probably in the house in the back corner. Hey, slovenly man. Pike! I just noticed a spider in the back, that's cool. Is it true that Pollock and Mayor Maid have gone to the castle to discuss the new island? I need a smelly old bilge It's amazing, deeply sacred water anymore. Thanks, dude. The holy, holy water. Yeah, it's almost worse if it's a side quest, right? What game have I played that's been the worst about side quests that suddenly require you to backtrack? I mean, I guess probably the worst single example is the one in Final Fantasy IX. That it was so bad that people didn't discover it for like 10 years after the game came out. But the game as a whole isn't particularly bad about that. Tales games are full of them. No way. It's the did you buy a walkthrough tax. FF9 has the one where, like... That's the ticket. Oh, the Zodiac Spear one was, while you're playing the game, you have to know not to open certain chests, right? Which basically demands that you have a walkthrough. The one in FF9 that took 10 years to discover was that when you're in the final zone, like, after... what was it? After each miniature sequence in the final zone, after each map, you have to back out and go all the way back to Lindblom and talk to these two characters. And if you do that like 9 times on 9 different maps, you get an extra ring. Can't go to the post-game dungeon unless you visit the entrance during a story window 75% through. Oh god. Ugh. I'm not sure. I think that the guy that does the perfect game in Final Fantasy IX was saying that it's impossible to do that side quest and still get the Excalibur 2 in 9. I'm not sure. Zodiac Spear is pretty garbage. I guess they made it better in the new version, maybe? It's a free scale shield. Womp womp. I didn't even think to check down here last time. Maybe there's only like 160 gold. It's not too bad. Yes, trigger ciphers don't trigger until you enter the final boss's room and watch your party all give a speech and then turn around. Oh, that's pretty weak. I think I know what you're talking about. I don't remember much from Symphonia, other than that Cam Clark was Kratos. But I remember the final area being like a staircase into the void, and me having to go in and then go out, and then me never actually picking the game back up to finish it because the stuff you had to do the rest of the side quest was too complicated. What's the difference between the different field cameras? It's pretty similar. I don't know. 1% drop's not bad. It's better than the 1 in 256 drops from Earthbound. Got your holy water. That's really funny, Chaos. I've heard that, I've never gotten that far into the game, but I've heard that Lost Odyssey does something where at the very end of the game you can go back and do everything that you missed. Don't know anything about how it works. I just remember around the time I played Lost Odyssey, I was still a completionist, but I didn't want to read walkthroughs. So what I would do is I would just look for a missables only, spoiler-free walkthrough and do that. And I remember looking up one for Lost Odyssey and it's saying, don't worry, there's no missables. Like, how is that possible? Empress areas like that as well. This makes perfect sense. Our drunk uncle gave us this bottle. I guess Chrono Trigger's really linear until the end of the game, doesn't it? Very few side quests. It doesn't feel like it for some reason. It was long enough ago, I don't remember who posted it. I think it was a Discord thing. Plaster, maybe? There's this cool video about how Chrono Trigger's pacing is really good because it gets to nail like TV show pacing by leaving events when they stop being interesting and changing your time period and letting time march forward in that zone, so when you come back it's interesting again. You can do that in TV because you have all sorts of different viewpoints, but it's hard to do in a video game where you're controlling just one protagonist all the time. She went ahead and threw the last hat. A lavish party is held with singing, dancing, and merrymaking. If you want to have your pacing be exciting all the time, you either need to cut away from the main characters, so you need to have multiple parties and switch between their experiences and let them act on autopilot when you're not controlling them, or you need to have Chrono Trigger's very specific time travel mechanic. Bill and Ted rules where different time zones keep moving forward if you're not there. Peers into the well. It's really interesting they even let you come down here. Maybe, probably multiple wells have the same graphic most of the time when you climb into them. Be my guess. I can't tap on it. I think it told me when I first got it. It means there's a fragment nearby or something, or there isn't a fragment. I'm pretty sure the game told me when it first popped up. So if it's glowing, there is, that I haven't gotten yet. And it's specific to the like zone I'm in, not like in this building, for example, right? Those blue, there's at least one in gray if there isn't any left. So like somewhere in the town there has to be one. Oh, it's trouble to get an empty bottle. Let's see. Antidote. It could be from anything too. It wouldn't like necessarily have to be in an object. It could be like an NPC that I talked to that says, "Oh, by the way, here's a fragment." People in this village owe you a lot. No kidding. Oh, there it is. It's glowing more intensely while I'm in this room, huh? So it's like a hot-cold thing. Now it's gray. Okay. Thank you for telling me that. Now it'll still glow even if I can't possibly get it yet, right? Like I'm sure it was already glowing when I first got to that town. Just make sure there's nothing in the... Hop inside real quick, make sure it doesn't glow. I think I got everything here. Okay, we're fine. Okay. Whoops. Everybody's rolling super high DPS at the moment, so... There's a tracker for any fragments you can get currently? What do you mean? Something I don't have yet? That's this thing? Oh, okay, yeah. Was that in the original game as well? The one that's like... There don't appear to be any in areas you can access at the moment. Should say the PS1 release. Maybe we went to the trouble of different enemies follow different pursuit rules, like the bird dashes straight forward. Gotcha. That's nice, I'll just use that then. Okay, I'm glad they added that. I imagine that making it pretty hard. Presumably I can't warp there in the present. Yeah, that's nice. That'll help with a blind playthrough too. There you go. Back to Estard. I can't zoom from here. Yes, I do really think that. Tablet, one island, that's the deal, right? I like the mystery of, like, after you've done the island in the past, like, oh man, what's it gonna be like in the present? Oh, jeez. Ah. Specifically don't want me to warp there? Something must happen when I walk there, I guess? Interesting. Monsters don't spawn here in the present right now, right? On the main island? Excuse me, I had to sneeze. That's why when we went to the past for the first time, that was the first time we fought a monster. I think that's right. Don't. It's a bit dull, isn't it? Right. Oh, I can totally see the purple mist. Oh shit, now there's monsters back. Oh, aw dang. 100% see that happening. Lord King. King Donald. What? There used to be a great number of islands, and now we're bringing them back? What a shocker. At least it seemed like Kiefer was pretty trope savvy about that. There's a really cool concept that in the distant past, like, all these islands self-destructed. There's only one left over. What's up, guard dude? From the presence of a new landmass, volcanic island some distance to the north. For sure, Spiky, yeah. There's a lot you can do with that. Visit the island in the past, visit it in the present. Basically create the game world. I think the how long to beat for this has actually gone up by 10 hours since we first added it to the sheet. Not going to affect the cost of it, it's whatever the cost is when we add it to the sheet. But I don't know what's net taking people longer. Could just be a couple people that spent a really long time on it. Yeah, I still gotta go visit it in the future too. A couple other games that have this concept of there's only two time states. There's the generic past and the present. God, Pollock is such a huge dude. Daring do malarkey. Something daring or heroic about running off with a buy or leave. Something heroic about not telling your parents what you're doing? Sure do. 100% determined. It's an interesting point, Spiky. Yeah. We didn't want to use the PS1 estimate, because that one is like 110 or 120 hours or something ridiculous. It probably won't be too bad playing it on stream. I'll definitely be asking for help and looking stuff up if I'm stuck, if there's like an event flag type thing. No such thing as a free rest. This doesn't end well. I didn't get an immediate morning plot event. Is the role of the protagonist pretty different across the Dragon Quest games? Like, I was surprised coming into Dragon Quest VII seeing the main character is just like a fisherman's son. The Dragon Quest VIII protagonist, you're like the King's Guard. I forget who you are in Dragon Warrior 1. I played but not beaten that one. Can't fool me. Hey! Everything's back to normal. No, Kiefer. Somehow I doubt that's gonna last long. Come up with something clever and fast. Alright. Alright, well, we gotta go get Kiefer, turns out. Screw you, all these pots that I've probably already busted. This is the life I live. Nine doesn't have an actual protagonist, though, right? Create your character out of nothing. What? Kiefer's back in the party.
Oh my god! Although actually it was sort of obvious.
Played so many JRPGs that pull this shit. Well, guess the party's not together. Guess we gotta go be with her. What? You're joining? Just like it's wondering why they even do it in the first place. This is a lampshade hang. I want to make it clear that they're defying things. Cool. They really made us wait for that. I don't really want to know what you do in any of the other Dragon Quest games. I was just surprised that there was such a remarkable origin shift from 8 to 7. I should play the rest of them. They seem like they're all really good games. I know they're beloved in Japan, right? Try to only release Dragon Quest games on holiday weekends so the country doesn't shut down. Scope out this new island. Whoa, there's random battles on the ship. Forgot about that. Pretty cool looking enemies. Death Cargo. It's pretty good. I don't think Final Fantasy is anywhere near as popular in Japan, right? Or you mean like they're on par with Final Fantasy in terms of quality? Japan loves themselves some Dragon Quest and some Monster Hunter, is my understanding. In terms of quality, yeah. They're different in a lot of ways. Final Fantasy keeps trying to reinvent itself, I feel like. And it's admirable that Dragon Quest managed to make so many extremely different games. Like, the tone of this game is already night and day different from 8, you know? 8 has a super solid story. I think Final Fantasy's insistence on reinventing itself gets it in trouble sometimes. Like, I still think that some of those systems, like Final Fantasy II and Final Fantasy VIII, could work really well if they just tried it again. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Perfecting versus trying to reinvent the JRPG formula. Day Emberdale. Yeah, I've got Most people I've talked to who've played 9 didn't like it. It might be one of those, like, if you're already a series fan, you'll probably enjoy it. But it's not really the first game you want to recommend to somebody. Monsters. Spa said heal all afflictions. I'll have to remember that. Do your laundry in the spa. Makes medicine that can cure whatever ails you. So I wonder if I can go back in time and talk to her again and get the medicine that he wants. I had heard that Japan responded really well to Dragon Quest IX, like it got a good Famitsu score. I personally, I've never played 9. I just have a couple friends who played it, so they didn't like it. And I remember reading reviews saying, Now it's scale armor. Hardwood headwear. I can afford 2 scale armors. I like how the leather dress is more expensive than the scale armor. Yeah, there's a couple games that are like that. A lot of DS and 3DS games that function really well if you're getting street passes all the time. And maybe not as well if you're not ever getting any. I feel like the trading system in The World Ends With You worked really well if you had other people playing the game. $87 on Metacritic is really high. I'm not being fair to it. I'm probably not being fair to it, Chaos. I'm talking on my butt. I just have some friends that got it and were disappointed with it. Yes, something strange. Okay. She's not actually 1,000 years old, huh? $5 gold coins. Thanks, lady. Great. Oh man, that's why we could come in the well before. They mentioned bottling the water. Ha! Okay, didn't actually work. I thought it was about to. Look at that. It's a hot spring spa that's not being abused. Well, I wouldn't put it past Dragon Quest to abuse that after the Oh, what was it? The booby club in Dragon Quest VIII? What was it called? Puff Puff, that's it. Is Puff Puff a Dragon Quest meme, or is that just in Dragon Quest VIII? Boxer shorts. Doesn't appear to have special effects. Yangus could use those. It's an ability in some cases, right? Jessica used something like that in 8. Okay. Toriyama's a goof. It did. It's funny. Didn't even bother to chop the carrots. What a monster. This place is pretty fancy. So he just punches the shit out of barrels. It's great. How does interacting with objects work in the PS1 version? Like, does he still punch the barrel and destroy it? This game doesn't have Chrono Trigger looting rules where I can loot something in the future and then go in the past and get it again. But if I loot it in the past, I can't get it in the future. I imagine enough time has passed that people have, like, restocked their cabinets and vases and shit. Make haste. It'll be too late to make up for lost time later. Do not rush. Do so, and you have plentiful time to rue your haste later. Cuthbert, hero for our times. It was Cuthbert's 16th birthday, and as usual, his mother woke him up by giving him a good shake. What time do you call this? She asked him. Have you forgotten that you've been summoned to the castle? His mother's stern words ringing in his ears, Cuthbert pulled on his favorite jerkin and hurried off to the castle. To be continued. Doesn't. Okay. That wouldn't make sense. Well, this guy's like a general. It's interesting to me that I do like shops. It's interesting to me that, like, the people in town remember a time when there were no islands. Like, they remember new islands popping up, but all the people on the islands are like, oh yeah, we've been alive for like hundreds of years. No big deal. That's everything there is to get and talk to here. Go ahead and save really quick. Not showing as much dedication to the... Okay, I was about to say... Watch there be an actual father of the flame, and he's all disappointed because I screwed it up in the past. By killing the Moahead Konami guy. Did you? Thank you. If I can actually find his button by using the examine thing? Probably not. I feel like they gave you shortcuts to not have to use the menu for stuff. Like, you don't have to manually select talk. What's going on at the volcano? Writing's too old and faded to read. Pretend to guard the place. shortcut, basically, I assume? Oh. That's cute. Oh. Right on. What, There's a shortcut, basically? That does me any favors at the moment, does it? Burnmont, okay. That's cute. Lying on the floor somewhere. Oh, I can just drop straight down now. But they have that lady standing there. She hadn't been standing there before. Treasures to be found inside. Present-day monsters do exist inside of dungeons. Good to know. Take a guess that it's on the bottom floor. Does chests still count as open down here? Oh no, they're back. That's interesting. Maybe that's just generally true that all chests that were in the past are back in the present. Gotta kill that cat before it can do anything really bad. There we go. Nice. Herb. Money. More money. Alright, so I should explore and try to find all the treasure chests. No problem. Can do. It didn't aggro me. Maybe they never do aggro you? They may have a rare drop, but I feel like we don't see them as often. They're so adorable. I feel bad murdering them. Sweet. Make the first move. Rude. That eye laser attack hits really hard. It must be like a magic attack. Like her defense is pretty high. Nice dodge. How many of those quillers attack you? So I thought it was in the basement, but maybe not. I'll look everywhere else. Oh, this must be it. Sweet. What luck! A green fragment. Alright, so if it says there aren't any tablet fragments accessible, it's likely that I need to go try to cache the ones that I currently have in at the temple, I guess. Makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna try finding the rest of the treasure that's in here. Kill the Shabby cats first. Way too dangerous otherwise. I like the whole 3DS thing where they have them on different planes when you fight them. I think I asked this last time we played this, but I forget the answer. Did the original PS1 version let you see the party members in combat, or was it completely first person? Tight hallways. There's no way out of it. So that's the exit. This goes to a dead end, but I'll go scope it out anyway, just in case. I'll kill the Quillers when I run into them. They seem to be a little bit rarer. Look how cute he is, though! What a horrific murderer. I really like Sid Maribel. Cool. I'll go ahead and heal. The portrait looks so nice. Kiefer looks like actively evil. This is like a Luca Blight face. It's just a dead end, but I just want to make sure it's not different in this timeline. It's not. Worth checking, you never know. Ah, I thought I almost avoided it. Shoot. And their attack animation is cute. They're wrecking Maribel, though. Holy crap. Every time something like that happens, it just tells me I should never try to run from combats. It's really interesting. It seems like it's still generally correct to always run in a speedrun of a game like this. I think, like, what RPG has the least punishing flee mechanic? Probably Final Fantasy, actually, right? A lot of the modern ones, you just kind of hold L and R. And you can keep inputting commands if you want to while trying to run. But you don't do it in lieu of your entire party taking turns. Shit. I should just stop. I guess the math on fleeing in a speedrun is that you're never going to try to kill them. So there's no point in trying to now. Hi, Bird Pigeon. How you doing? I really don't want to fight these guys. Alright, good job. Oh, I thought I was avoiding him. Just barely touched his tail. I also don't want to fight these guys. Come on, big money. Nice. I can do this one. Focus down the cat guy first. Nope, I am completely blind. Never played. The only Dragon Quest game I've played is Dragon Quest VIII, which I did beat. I think I played a couple hours of Dragon Warrior 1 when I was a kid on a rental. I'm enjoying it so far, though. I like the time travel mechanic. It's a very big, expansive game. I think I need to go There's a treasure chest over here. Oh, my kingdom for Earthbound rules, where I could like walk off screen and make the enemy despawn. Okay, didn't use the blind ability, so it's not so bad. Do you have a favorite in this series, Bird Pigeon? $80 gold coins. Nice. I think that was the last major chest that I remember being in the dungeon. Yeah, 8's a really good game. I can attack all of them. This seems like the right use case for Bang. It's a really good story, excellent soundtrack, great characters. I was really shocked to learn that the Japanese version of 8 had a totally different sound, well, had a chiptune soundtrack and no voice acting. Has there been like a Japanese re-release of 8 with the English voice acting and Japanese subtitles? I know they enjoy that, especially with like most Final Fantasy Square re-releases in Japan. Like when they put out the director's cut version of a game, end up having English voice acting and Japanese subtitles. Oh sweet, yeah, I guess we did play Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2. Forgot about that. Game was really good. Some really cool takes on like the Pokemon monster collecting genre. Is Dragon Quest Monsters series still continuing? Is Joker continuing as a sub-series? I'm gonna kill the guy in the back first, he's way more dangerous. Joker 3. That's cool. I asked you a bunch of times when we were playing Joker, but it was so long ago I don't remember the answer, Chaos. What was the point of the Joker spin-off? Like, what made those games different? I don't want to fight these particular enemies. Phew. There's a room I can go outside. As I go up the stairs here. 5 more games in Japan than what we have here. We just remakes the Game Boy Color series. 350 gold coins is pretty good. I think that's the last one that I care about. Can I evac out of here now? Sweet. Though I guess I kind of want to use the shortcut to the portal. I'm gonna go stay at the inn, save, and then I'll go do that. Actually, I still have other things to explore on the island, so I'll do that as well. Joker theme as a card. Joker series is a card theme, and they're in 3D. When did Joker 3 come out? How do you do the fan translation? It's a DS game, right? Is DS emulation good? I just assume that would be a pain in the ass. I guess people maybe have modded DS or 3DS kits so they can install patches a couple years ago. Yes, please. Yeah, I've heard about doing jailbreaking your 3DS. I've heard it's super dangerous, though, that if you don't follow the instructions exactly right, you can brick it, right? You know, I didn't check out if there's anything in this dead end in the southwest corner. Scope it real quick. Probably not, but be a place to disembark on the ship, maybe. Alright, there is a treasure chest on the opposite side of the island if it's still there in the present. I'll scope that. It's not too difficult. People jailbreaking their Wii's to get homebrew emulators and stuff on there. I don't think I'd risk it with this one. I don't even know if you could still get a 3DS capture card if Katsukity still makes them. Does that one have a fan translation? When did the first Monsters game come out? Oh, there's on a chest here in the present. Maybe there'll be one in the top corner where the shrine used to be. Oh, really? Right on. Oh yeah, I could see trying to get a 2DS capture card. Well, I got some gold coins, so it wasn't all a bust. Let's go to Shrine of Mysteries. I guess technically with my 3DS card I can do this. Oh man, oh dang, oh geez. Oh boy, someone's gonna watch that, right? You get your 3D glasses. Oh wow, that turned the volume way up. 1 second. I don't know why changing the 3D mode changed the volume, but you know, it's not question blood sacrifices we have to make to the technology gods. There you go. The series never took off enough here to warrant them bringing those games here. Yeah, I feel like Pokemon kind of has dominion over that genre. And I guess we get Shin Megami Tensei games, which are also very Pokemon-like, right? I'm at green, actually. I'm carrying. Yeah, I didn't even know they existed when you added Joker 2 to the schedule. Thought so. Cash in the blue ones, and then we'll see if there's another one I can find somewhere. Shin Megami Tensei basically invented the genre. Oh, I had a blue one available this whole time. This must be the one that I got for finishing the mission earlier. Hey, new island type. It's California. That's happened a few times. Localization errors where they feel like they don't have to do something for the West because Japan is fine with it. Excuse me. They're super rough. Like, Dragon Warrior 1 rough or rougher? Sure, we'll have to do those on stream at some point. They count as awesome games. Oh wow, even rougher. They predate Dragon Warrior 1? New town hype. If you're new to the stream, hey, I'm Marstead, trying to beat every awesome game ever made. I believe there's so many awesome games that it's impossible for one human to beat all of them, which is job security for me. If you want to see the games we've played so far, you can go to games.marstead.com. It's a list of all the games we've played with YouTube playlists for all of them. You can vote for the next game at vote.marstead.com and join our Discord, where I post announcements, go live notifications, schedule updates. Everybody's hanging out. Why is this person a statue? What? Kiefer, why would anyone build these statues in an out-of-the-way place like this? Because they're not statues, they're people. I like the idea of, like, okay, every island we go to is going to have some unique problem. It's kind of a cool, creative way to orient the game. This is a self-reminder. Oh, that's funny. So there's, like, poison water and petrified people in this town. A year after Dragon Quest 1. Go back up and talk to the old dude. Oh, I didn't realize they were first-person dungeon explorers, like Eye of the Beholder. So sleepy. What they're teaching me right now is that wells don't matter in the past. Expand them into stuff in the present. SMT 1 was 92. Is it? They sure do, Maribel. Good job. Willkommen in Regenstein. Okay. So they're like German. It's supposed to have been a fun game in Japanese. I highly, highly recommend reading the Legends of Localization books by Tomato from the Starman.net team. Talks a lot about the challenges of translating from Japanese. Nobody will begrudge you a quick nap. Sure, why not? No such thing as a free rest at the end, right? Talks about how it's really interesting in Japanese that with just text you're able to communicate a lot about a character. Since there's a lot of different ways you can say things based on gender, formality, background. For example, level of politeness is an important one. Kefka in Final Fantasy VI in the Japanese version speaks by alternating between extremely polite and extremely impolite ways of speaking. So a Japanese player playing the game recognizes that he's insane immediately, and it's a lot harder to broadcast that this a Western player in English, since we don't really have a form of that. They must have done something similar with all the accents and the towns in this game. Persona 1 and 2 are partially first person, really. Interesting. Yeah, I got it for Christmas from Matt and Lisa at Paranormal Echoes. Just for a rainy day. Instructions for rain dances and other rituals. Yeah, the Zelda book is pretty neat. It's quite short. The Earthbound book is just amazing. It's a really good just look at localization struggles in general, not specific to Earthbound. Earthbound is a really, really hard game to localize, and they did a really good job of it on the whole. What luck! A leather hat. Can't be as good as my pointy hat, can it? Better style. She already has another head. Okay. The main character has no style. He has no grace. I want to make it rain, I think is what they're getting at here. I wonder if I can save in here with nobody around. Nice. Dragon Quest is one of the few series where the church isn't like secretly evil. You always gotta kill God in JRPGs. Nothing that's accessible. I have more buildings I need to scope out still. Try to go get healing medicine from a lady in the past. Locking me into the house. Bridge doesn't actually matter. Hey Izzo, how you doing? How's your Thursday/Friday treating you? Event flags, where we talk to the old man. What's up, dude? Why aren't you turned to stone? What happened to your town? Okay, so these guys have a German accent. The reason you could be having for visiting this godforsaken place. No, I looked up a reminder on who the slovenly man was. But other than that, the 3DS version gives you a lot of little hints that help you if you're stuck. Yeah, totally. I'm glad this guy gets it. He's like, oh, you're making trips across time and restoring islands. Right on. That's rad. I'm on board with that. Yeah, I'm not spoiled about what's going to happen in the game. I appreciate that. Pretty bottle whose contents glisten in the light. Angel tears. Lift the curse which turns people into stones. What have you not been using it? Okay, yes, that is exactly what I was thinking. This guy is the most self-aware NPC in the history of JRPGs. Oh yeah, we're experiencing that in New Mexico as well. It's actually warm enough outside. Quickly and continue your journeys. I'm trying to think if there's someone I've met in another town that's also made of stone. I don't think so, though. We gotta go even further back in time, is what the game is telling us. Yeah, I hear that. '86, Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know, man. I completely agree with the King of the Hill joke. Oh god, it's like standing on the sun! This town is a monument to man's arrogance. Plaintive wailing. Penitent wailing. Ooh. Where's the elements literally worse for wear? What? Happy music again. Between the books on the shelf. Strictly forbidden. Secret base. That sounds nice. Slow. What lore do you have for me? They have the happy town music in these flashbacks. Give me Dear Helga. That's gotta be what they're going for here, because it's funny that they all speak with like a thick German accent. They're not actually speaking German. So it must be that the original Japanese all the towns must have really different, like, formality levels, politeness levels, genders. Probably gonna be a town that's all old people. Perfect, yeah. I think the first town, Ballyhoy or whatever, was Cockney English, wasn't it? Yeah, it's really neat, Cass. I'd be super interested to know what the original game is like. Wouldn't that be cool if that was what drove them creatively to design each island? Like, if they were like, what are all the different ways that you can speak Japanese? Different levels of formality, gender, age. Like, there's also different forms you would use if you're trying to imply that a character is an ancient samurai from 1,000 years ago. In a video game, obviously. Were samurai 1,000 years ago, right? Sometimes use that as a creative tool. It's like, okay, let's make something for all the colors. Let's make something for all of the emotions. I have witnessed the glowing statues. Grudge they're bearing toward me. Regenstein was always a dry place. Regenstein is a ceremony to call down the rains. What was the quest in the first town that we went back in the past for? What was wrong there? I don't remember. Purple cloud. Dirty rain. Does that dude eat, I wonder? It's not just formality. Like, you can change the way you phrase stuff to sound like you're an old person. Like in English, we might try to localize that as somebody talking like this, shunny, you know. So it's not just formality. There's all sorts of different ways to say the same thing completely differently. There's formality, politeness, intimacy. So if there's like an island where people are overly intimate with you, like, hey, it's finally raining. Pretty terrifying. Dirty rain that petrifies you. Oh, that sucks. Looks to be that guy. Just gotta go back in time further. This is where we can find the secret base, maybe. Between the books, they said. Yes. Playing in my secret base, and I'm making an amazing discovery. Who would be thinking there is such a place in this village? It's unbelievable. Near the cliff beneath the shop my father's often going to. Close to my self-reminder. Start with the tree that's standing by itself. You probably didn't mind too much. Probably want to die. Okay, cool. That's cool. Actually, really cool. Good way to introduce you to it as well. Man, I was up all night talking to dead people. I like that Dragon Quest is committed to the silent protagonist. What? Screw you, Kiefer. I found it. I did the heavy lifting. Chief Keef over here. I haven't heard that sound effect before, that's cool. The holy shit you found something noise. Keep taking all the credit. This one, please. Yes, please. I do. Thank you. Come on. There you go. Good job. This game is on the voting spreadsheet. If you type exclamation point game 36, you can vote for it, and then we'll play it to completion sooner. It's actually doing pretty well. Kind of expensive because it is a very long game, but this bonus stream will be discounting it, breaking all your pots. There's one more bonus stream coming up for this game in a couple weeks that will further discount it. Secret base number 2. You mined this place out? Like, what is this place? It's gotta be another more different. Oh, really? Huh. That's interesting. I guess maybe I can try using the Angel's Tears up here. Nothing happens. Weird. We've got to have another secret base in here if it says that one's number 2. Doesn't give me a map down here. I need to rest again. Oh, is there a spot that I'm supposed? Did I have the right idea to use it up top there? Okay, yeah. I've had that happen in video games before. Thanks for the heads up, even if it's not what I'm supposed to do here. I need to sleep again. Is that what I'm doing right now? Is I'm supposed to find the right place to stand up top here to use it? I guess I have to find the other secret base first. Yeah, so I thought I had to rest again in order to go talk to the statue and get him to tell me where secret base number 1 is my guess. Okay, we'll go try that then. It's probably going to be a green thingy once we're done with this island. I'm trying to think if I've played another game like this where you're slowly like creating the game world. I guess Legend of Mana is kind of like that. Not exactly. Similar concept though. It might also end up being talking to the old man again. Go do that really quick. It won't let me rest again. Where are you at, old man? Battles at once raged in this area. Tears of angels scatter slow, drift and fall to ground below. Old Doomcuff. Dumbhead is what that means. Old fool. Thanks, Kiefer. Alright, so it was an event flag was the problem. This guy's been suffering for all this time. Oh wait, did I find another secret base? No, never mind. He's been suffering for all this time because he didn't want to climb up a rock. Yes, it should be chaos. I can double check it in a second. And by in a second, I mean like immediately. Yeah, it is. That's correct. Hey, it's just letting me do it automatically. Apparently the game realized the pixel hunting problem in the PS1 version. Yay! Still poison water in town, but... Let me just double check the math on that in case you're about to spend a bunch, Chaos. I don't want you to just overspend. Back to you after stream. I have to look at the calculation. I'm pretty sure I set it to do that, but that was so long ago that I don't remember anymore. Okay, fair enough. I should be able to figure it out without too much trouble. Hey everybody! Y'all feeling better now? My name is Felix. They're all dead. Sorry, kid. Regenstein's is rain dance, I assume? I don't know German. I do. Many years ago. You're the only survivor of this entire village. The person who was presumably your dad that was trying to get back into the house fell apart. Felix joined the party. What? What? Not really, though. He's just an NPC. Oh god, Chaos. I know, right? It keeps saying that they're the worst for wear from the weather. Okay, he's an NPC. He's not a real character. Secret base number 1. Yellow fragment. Screw you, suckers. I got a fragment for coming here, so I'm gonna leave forever. Kid dies in the poison. He doesn't have a stat block. Insta-killed. A little bit brighter. He's gonna remember him as being much younger, right? I know this boy. Son of Ralph. Where have you been all this time? Ah, underground in my secret base. Ah, this is why you're not weathered by the elements. Okay, I was about to say, you brought everybody back, they'd be screwed. Wunderbar. I have one friend. Thank you, my friend. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Donations generate SP. Bits are a little bit more complicated. You can use them to get longer games, to get bonus streams sooner. If you go to vote.marstead.com and click on the bonus streams tab, I explain it a little bit. Typically it's $1 is 12 SPs, the math of it. That too, yep. You're subbed, you get a multiplier for every minute that you watch. Technically it's every 5 minutes. Hey. Mine hair is, my lord, basically. Hair is like Mr., isn't it? Farewell. Alright, let's go back to... I don't know if this is going to make the island return in modern day. We didn't really fix things all the way. We made it marginally less shitty. Wait, so I thought the whole thing was the old man didn't get turned to stone because he was underground at the time. The little kid still got turned to stone, but he didn't get weathered because he was also underground. Maybe it was raining inside or something. Yo, I kind of made it worse. I killed that one guy. Yellow, please. Big little Mario warp pipes. It's gotta be the one that only requires one more panel, right? It's 4. Oh, I thought he was still in the town underground. I misunderstood. Gotcha. My bad. Not that one. We'll go check out California Island here in a second. Oh, I still have a blue one. Right on. I didn't realize that. Maybe I don't. Not carrying. Okay, my bad. I didn't think it would let me go back in if I wasn't carrying any. Why I was puzzled. Let's go get our magic boat. And let's go to the new California island where everyone is German and turned to stone. Makes perfect sense. See if anything's different in the present. I mean, I bet the statues are in even worse condition, right? There's not really a way for me to summon my boat, right? It's wherever I left it when I warped, presumably. This doesn't show up on the map, does it? Is there any particular reason or origin for that ninja run? It summons wherever you zoom to. Thank you, Bird Pigeon. Looking out. Cool. Ben is very hungry. Sitting here staring me down. Unless he's not knocking things over. Turn on the cat cam. Hi, Ben. Oh, it doesn't work on this tab. Alright, I know how to fix it. Hold up. There it goes. Stretch. Big yawn. Angry Ben. Awesome. Thanks, Islu. I'll hook you up with it. No worries. Ah, it's the worst. Thanks for the cheer. I'll shoot you a Discord message after stream. Probably try to kill the Death Gargo before it shields itself. I'll take care of it, Mega Man, don't worry about it. The Haven. Oh, sweet. I think that's the one we needed to get a new island. Don't get any visitors around here. My name's Carrie. You do me a huge favor, sure. I'm trying to build a town here. A town where monsters have always wanted to become humans? Huh. Oh, that's awesome! What kind of cat did you get? Started as slime, then became a poet. He wandered the world in search of inspiration. Picked up somewhere famous for its seafood. Okay. It's gotta be my starting island, right? Are we not men? Poet slime. This is very different in the original. Great! Feeling a bit un-oozy. Get it? Because he's secretly a slime, but now he's a bard? Aww. That's adorable. And Marty's flame point as well. I'm surprised. This must be the person Carrie was talking about. We were going to build a town together. It was going to be great. Excuse my manners. Flemrick. Okay. Cool. They look pretty human. Glad you're not always making everything better. That's actually something I really liked about Dragon Quest VIII, was that the game could be kind of dark sometimes. You weren't always just 100% stereotypical JRPG fixing everything perfectly. Like, I think my favorite part of Dragon Quest VIII is the sequence with the king who's grieving for his wife. It was really, really well done. What's that? Only if you have time. Reform former monsters in search of a safe haven on your travels. How does that make sense? Okay. Don't question how these monsters are becoming human. The key is just the way they talk, I assume. We were able to see that NPC earlier in the game, but I didn't notice him talking weirdly. Makes me feel calm somehow. What was the PS1 version like for this? How did it work? Whoa. Charge of the Pine, really happy you come to see me. Sometimes get things called Traveler's Tablets from monsters in other places. Bring them here and prop them on top of it. Oh, that's interesting. The town was a thing. Oh. This one's not semi-random, though. Use it to keep record of the monsters you meet in the places where the tablets take you. Oh, that's cool. So are these like randomly generated dungeons? Monster stands for Tombola tickets. Oh my god. Okay. Every recruit's fixed. Are any of them missable? Another warp. Cool. Oh, it's not a warp. Well, it is, but it's not to where I thought it was going to take me. Hang on. So I've been dreaming to build a place where monsters live in peace and harmony. I never had the chance to achieve my ambition, now it's too late. So I implore you, dear visitor, to continue the work that I started to make my dream a reality. Carry these monster munchies around, and monsters are sure to take a shine to you when you feed them. Oh, okay. Sure. What luck, some monster munchies. So I don't want to go in there and get over-leveled, right? Wild. Hey, dude. Oh, this is the Street Pass thing for 3DS, I see. Gotcha. So this part of it must be new. That's why it's Traveler's Tablets. This is new to the 3DS version, but the Haven isn't. I see. But there's no real reason to do that until we have jobs unlocked, right? Gotcha. Okay. That's cool, though. I didn't do anything in the original. Okay. Hey, this is where the well used to be. It's continuing my theory. Wells suck in the past, and they're amazing in the present. Alright, so basically, going forward, whenever I'm in towns, I should try to talk to all the NPCs on the off chance one of them's a monster. Is that right? I'm gonna go ahead and save. We're about a time of the day. Oh, if you talk to her more, she'll give you more hints as to what the monsters look like. Gotcha. That's fine. No, I don't, actually. Peaceful respite hype. Please close the software or turn the power off. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I'll give you guys a heads up on what's coming up next week.